Man kills his sugar daddy on their vacation in Thailand. Lord Jesus, people have lost their minds. In this video, I'm gonna break down why he did it, how he tried to cover it up, and then I'm gonna share 2 relationship lessons we can learn from this to improve our lives. Now let's get into it. The alleged killer is named Daniel Sancho. He's a chef and a YouTuber and the son of a famous Spanish actor. His father is named Rodolfo Sancho, and so Daniel comes from a wealthy family. So these next details become even weirder. A son of a rich, famous father appears to have not had as much money as we may think, to the point where he's reaching out and messaging rich men on Instagram. This rich man he met was named Dr. Edwin Arrieta, who's a Colombian plastic surgeon, and they met a year on Instagram before their upcoming dangerous trip. According to El País publication, they bonded over shared passions like travel and food, and after several encounters and over time, this was a solid transactional relationship. But this isn't just a regular innocent sugar baby, sugar daddy situation, allegedly. Daniel had some secrets. He was not fully single. Daniel still had a girlfriend allegedly back home. And so his relationship with Edwin was a full-on secret affair where Daniel wasn't open about his sexuality to the world or his girlfriend. And Edwin was actually falling in love and had more feelings than this transactional relationship was providing. And so Edwin allegedly became heavily obsessed with Daniel and wanted him to allegedly end his relationship with his girlfriend and get with him instead. And allegedly Daniel said he felt like a hostage in this situation with Edwin because he didn't have the same feelings. And so Daniel allegedly started to pull away from Edwin, but that's when things turned toxic and violent. They were doing crazy text messages back and forth allegedly. And at one point, Edwin allegedly threatened to out Daniel and post explicit images of them together. Authorities later found this on Daniel's phones, according to El País publication. So damn, this is getting messy. And let's talk about the money and how much Daniel got. Reports say that Edwin transferred anywhere from tens of thousands of dollars to upwards of $100,000 with his relationship with Daniel. And so in the midst of all this tension, Daniel and Edwin decided to go on vacation together in Thailand, Koh Phangan. And it appears Edwin believed they were going to reconcile after all this fighting together and get things back on track. But unfortunately, this wasn't a make up with my sugar daddy situation. This was a nightmare in the making. Before the crime, there's footage showing Daniel going to the store for shopping before Edwin arrived on vacation. Not for food or a Speedo, but for darker things like Daniel bought gloves, plastic bags, knives, bleach, and other sketchy materials, according to El País publication. And so Edwin finally arrives to Thailand and they went dining, and Edwin, is thinking he's in for a good vacation, but it appears Daniel had some darker plans in mind. According to Daniel's account, Edwin allegedly tried to initiate intimacy. They fought and Edwin hit his head in the bathroom. That's what Daniel's saying. But that version sounded fishy, and authorities in Thailand thought it was fishy. And so after the attack, what we find out later is that allegedly Daniel dismembered and cut up Edwin's body for about 3 hours. He cleaned it with the materials he bought the day before, packed the remains in a plastic bag, and disposed them in a landfill and some in the sea. So this was a whole planned out attack, according to El País publication. And then the darkest twist of this, I know you're like, can this get darker? Yes. Allegedly, Daniel went to a full moon celebration party right after killing Edwin and putting his body parts around the island. I don't understand how you can end someone and then go twerking on a beach, but this is giving psychopathic vibes from my opinion. Later, locals discovered Edwin's body parts in the trash, and this horror shocked the island. The police were like, who would do this? And eventually, through leads, they found Daniel, they confronted Daniel, and he admitted to disposing of the body, but denied premeditation. He's like, oh, I didn't do this on purpose in court. And so he's pleading like self-defense. But then evidence came out, and thankfully, police did their job. Daniel was charged with premeditated murder. He was sentenced to death for this crime, which is crazy. I'm like, dang, Thailand doesn't play. But later, it was reduced to life imprisonment. And Daniel's also ordered to pay Edwin's family compensation. So what can we learn from this? Lesson number 1, don't lie, be yourself. Daniel was living a double life. He had a girlfriend on one side, a sugar daddy on the other, hiding his sexuality, and that fear of being exposed is what pushed everything into chaos. This is encouragement for us all to not live in secrets. Be open with who you are because you're as sick as your secrets. Don't hide yourself. Express your personality, express your weirdness, express your dreams. Be authentic because living an inauthentic life ruined Daniel and it can ruin ours too. And a double life eventually always collapses and the truth always gets revealed. Lesson number 2, stop dating unavailable people. I know, you've probably heard this one before, but people don't stop doing it. Edwin was wealthy, successful, and could have found someone free to love him. But instead, he chased the man with the 6-pack who has a girlfriend who's in the closet and emotionally unavailable and doesn't really like him. And there's obviously a attractive difference between the two. One's a hot young man and one's an older rich man. I mean, it can work, but you know, when you go after people who only like you for a transaction, you don't get peace. You get drama, you get heartbreak, you get tragedy. And this is common in the queer community. There are so many dysfunctional patterns where men chase unavailable, straight guys, trying to turn them or experimenting with people who aren't open. It's dangerous. This was a case like that. Edwin allegedly threatened to out Daniel and he ended him. I've seen too many stories of queer people who get harmed or even killed because they're trying to be with someone who's living a secret life. I don't think it's worth losing your life for a fantasy. So this is a call for all of us to go to therapy, to heal, to stop normalizing these dysfunctional dating dynamics. Go for people who love you openly, who share your values, who are ready to build, because love can't be bought. Overall, this was a messy, tragic vacation and a warning for us all. At the end of the day, don't lie to yourself, be yourself, and comment below your thoughts on this situation and what lessons you learned from this. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.